My awesome friends, all of my viewers, welcome back. Today is 5th June 2022. Do you know what is the significance of this day? Yes, you are right. This day is World Environment Day. This is the 5th June. Every year in 5th June we celebrate this day as the World Environment Day. Purpose? Purpose is to make everybody aware the requirement of environment. Necessity of safeguard our environment. You know, this day was recognized as World Environment Day in UN General Assembly. UN means United Nations General Assembly in the year 1972. And the first time it was celebrated in the country Sweden, Stockholm. And that year the theme was Only One Earth. And significantly, after 50 years, this year in 2022, the theme is same, Only One Earth. The necessity is to keep our environment safe for every creature. There must be some balance in the nature. Only then nature will be sustainable. But how? How we can make our contribution to make the nature sustainable? It is not only the adoption of some principle by the country or by the United Nations General Assembly. As a good citizen, we must be creative enough to save our environment in our own locality. The first of all, this day is selected as to spread the awareness among the citizen, so that they must know the necessity of keeping our environment very safe. And you can speak to your nearby friends, neighboring people, and your institution, in your working place, everywhere, wherever it is possible. The more people become aware, the more it will be beneficial for the society. Next, from the school level, from the kindergarten level itself, the student must be make aware the 5R principle. What are these 5R? This 5R is to methods of saving this environment. These are reduce, reuse, recycle, renew, and refuse. These 5 principles people must adopt. Reduce means the more we reduce this non-renewable source of energy, the more the environment will be safe. Reuse, we have to think about the reuse of the thing. If anything is made up of the plastic, we can reuse, and this reuse can be done by recycling. And sometimes we must refuse to use up more plastics and to throw it in the environment. So by this way, we can save this environment little bit. Another thing is that we should think about waste to earth. Many tons and tons of things are getting wasted in the cities, in our urban life. And if we can adopt something like the other developed countries to generate power or to generate any other strategy to reuse all these waste things, we can generate money as well as we can save our environment too. In some countries, they have tried to make the plastics incinerated, and the powder plastics is successfully being used for construction of the roads. And it has been proved that the road construction out of these materials are more strong and are more sustainable and durable. So we must think about this waste to earth principle. And the motto of this society is to greener world where all the creatures will live in peace, harmony, and it will be beneficial for each other. You know, many species are on the verge of extinction because of disturbance in the environment. We must save those species because in nature it is designed in a such a way by some superpower that every creature is required in this nature. If we think any of the creatures are not required, we are living in the paradise of fools. As it was thought in during 1952, when Chinese revolutionary leader Mao Zedong has decided that we must kill sparrows because sparrows are responsible for wastage of crops. So what he done? He has ordered his people to kill sparrow. Sparrow was reduced. But what was the after effect? The worms, the insects, particularly the locust, they increased by leaps and bounds. And then those locusts used to swarm in the paddy field and they used to destroy miles after miles the paddy field. And China has suffered that adverse impact of environment. And followed by this incident, China has suffered the worst ever happened famine in that country. We must not go for that way. We must think about sustainable number of every species in this society. So let's take our vow, take our oath how to save our society. For example, you can contribute in a small way to save your environment just by planting some trees during the rainy seasons and take care of all those trees by watering, by proper maintaining of this soil so that those trees can grow. And sometimes these trees, apart from contributing in the greeneries, it can contribute in the economic way also. If these trees are of avocado or mango or jackfruit, this will be effective for your family and the society as well. Trees has a lot of beneficial effect. So my friends, we must be very much sensible in our activities how to save the environment. We must not be selfish so that we can use all the resources of the environment and our future generation will be affected in a bad way. Recently, in the first 2 years, we already have observed what happened during the pandemic COVID-19 situation. That times we realized we are helpless in the help of nature. If nature wants, they can destroy us in any way. And we are already started suffering because of the melting of the ice caps in the polar regions and water level are increasing day by day. And there are climate change. And because of the climate change, it happens there are drought in some regions and there are spate of floods in some regions and the crops are being destroyed in huge amount. We must stop this type of things. But this is a huge task, uphill task, but we can make our task very easy by our collective efforts. Friends, I hope that we must be aware about this environmental effect and we must think about this. And in our each level, we can contribute to the society. My friends, stay awesome, stay productive. Bye.